when we last left our amateur divers.
It's actually true.
It's about as amateur as you could get.
Yeah, seriously.
In some aspects.
Are you sure about that?
I can now barely swim.
I can now not die in the sea.
I swim about as well as a 5-year-old now.
We were under the sea.
Under the sea.
Sea. And your new friend Det, who just is a lovely fisherman.
Det the diver.
Yes.
That was the name of last episode, yes.
Led you to the beautiful underwater city here on the island. Don't worry about it. I have the name of the island written down because I'm cool. Tintomdi. Yep. I did write it down because I knew I would forget a word like that.
Good job.
So I guess this is technically the city of Tintomdi because the island would be named after the city, not vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Nautilin have been around here for a long time.
Angli Ansem. You cannot make me pronounce it the way that...
Anselm.
Anselm, that's not a word.
Gliansum. Yeah, Gliansum. You
just say it fast enough and the L disappears. Maybe it's my southern accent, but Glansum.
Yeah, it's your accent eating it.
Write it on a specific notebook and the L still disappears.
Hey. You got into the city limits, the downward kind of bowl, and were accosted by dogs.
By shark puppies.
They were whip sharks.
Puppies.
They hit you. You hit some of them back.
Puppy.
But nobody died.
I don't know if I would call what Raestra did to one of them hitting.
Oh, yeah, Raestra fully tamed one.
I did. He's my friend now.
It's nuzzling against your leg now. It's almost glued to you.
Yes, mine, friend.
With the best nat 20.
It is yours forever.
And this is where we find ourselves in the aftermath of that battle. Ready to... what were you guys doing? Yes. Here to see the king.
Yes. The Pit of Despair.
Pit of Despair.
The King of Despair.
The king, he's not the King of Despair. That's not
You can
true.
make that reference now that you've seen that movie.
Yeah, it's true. As you wish.
Oh, I thought the reference was Klonoa.
No!
Wow, so obscure compared to Princess Bride. Listen, every time I start to feel bad that my brain's like, maybe we joke around too much, I'm shown a short of those fuckers that made Chuckles the Clown. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't joke around too much.
Yeah, they could barely get through any. As somebody who's watched their podcast on multiple times, they're a lot of fun to watch. They can barely get through a fucking scene without making a joke and then derailing themselves. And it does not matter who is DMing the game.
I don't think they roleplay. You can't prove to me that they do. I haven't seen them. It's
like there's no proof that anyone's ever beaten Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Wait, did somebody say Chuckles?
Yeah. Oh boy. Please. Are you about to derail? I'll put a kibosh on this right now.
I'll turn this
Make it good. You get one.
around!
Hey, Raestra, if you had to choose between being reunited with your father or being stuck on Mustafar for 12 days, which would you choose?
Oh, that's a pretty tough choice, but I think I'd pick going to see my father, you fucking psychopath.
Oh, thank goodness! I thought you were gonna choose Mustafar.
Why would I ever choose Mustafar?
I have really bad anxiety.
I'm just a bit of a worrier.
I just have to laugh like Mace because fucking man never laughs just a little. That man is always mouth wide open, cackling.
That man is not afraid to laugh.
It'll kill him someday. It's based on. Speaking of dying, that's where we find ourselves.
We find ourselves fucking dying as per usual.
You die. Water rocks fall, and you all die.
Everything goes black, and then you die.
And you die.
Det is nervous. he's kind of wringing his hands, and he goes, "Oh, guys, this is I'm real sorry. That's never happened before.
I mean, we are outsiders, so I don't blame them. It was not their fault.
Well, like everything's they're not. He like goes and checks the pulse of every single one.
We were non-lethal. They should be fine.
Well, the hurt.
We were supposed to go non-lethal.
Hurt.
I'm kidding. I
He
was
goes
on
and
stun the
checks the
entire
pulse
time.
of.
I stunned him. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. That's we domesticated whip sharks a long time ago. They're great pets and also guardian animals. I almost said dog, but that's just simply not true.
Puppy.
We have he like checks under the fin of one of the unconscious ones and sees a tag and goes, "Oh yeah, this is from the Vugrok Ranch. I know them. I don't know how they got out. This is he like rubs the back of his head. This is not good. Maybe we should." He like you can tell his thoughts are racing. Yeah, we should like return these first. Like we can the king didn't give us a timetable.
I suppose so then. If they're not supposed to be here, we can corral them, I guess.
Does anyone have leashes?
Well, I lengthen my grappling hook. I tie one around its middle, and it's not gonna like hurt it.
Like a little harness X.
Yeah, and then I start trying to pull it, but I'm having trouble. My strength's a 7.
You can drag a dog.
It's fair enough, I suppose.
They're not like huskies or
If it wakes up, it will drag me.
Well, that's true, but it doesn't look like it will do that for some time. Raestra, you don't need a leash. This one's your new best friend.
And then I know Cal has one under animal friendship, and then there's another unconscious one.
Yeah.
How long
Beast
does
trick.
that force power last?
Let's see. If I remember right, was it Beast Trick? Yes. It lasts for 24 hours.
Oh, well, cool. This is your new best friend. I was waiting for that 60-second answer.
Hello, new
for it to
best
be a
friend.
Problem. They open their mouth and they make weird, like, lion, tiger, murr, and mixed with dog bark noises. All underwater, so it carries weird. It shakes its head, and the whips kind of sway. The whip tendrils? Yeah, that's the word.
How are we gonna get this one?
Nyx could carry it.
We could just push it. We have fins on.
Oh, you know what? Det has a grappling hook, and he does what you did, Ash. It's actually a good idea. I never thought of that.
Good, because I don't have any rope.
No rope.
Non-rope.
D&D party has no rope. What kind of D&D party are you guys?
It's a Star Wars. Who uses rope in Star
Still
Wars?
need rope.
Name me one time there was proper rope in Star Wars.
Tell you what.
It's a solid point.
We can have rope, but we need bricks as well.
Yeah.
That's the trade-off.
No screws though. I draw a hard line. Actually, there was a rope that one time Obi-Wan Kenobi was scaling a cliff and Darth Maul was at the top of it, and
That was a reenactment of The Princess Bride. That's not canon, doesn't count.
The voice actors did it, and I'm pretty sure that Dave Filoni said it was canon. When I talked to Dave Filoni, my good friend Dave Filoni, he told me.
I don't trust a single word coming out of David Filoni's mouth. Let him exec produce. Let other people actually write shit.
I agree. Bad Batch was a good proof. Bad Batch. I love Bad Batch. They had rope in Bad Batch.
Did they? I mean, they
climbed up onto the ship like 6 different times.
That's
So
true,
I guess
but
that
like
was a cable.
That's cable. That's not rope.
You're right. But what is cable if not metal rope?
I mean, if you really want to be an asshole, you really want to get granular.
Really granular.
But anyway, we can take the shark puppies.
You go back to Rock Ranch, which Dead is like. Luckily, it's kind of on the outskirts, in the coral fields. There's like a kelp patch that they let them. I guess. Well, wow. Now to test my knowledge, I guess evolutionarily, one could argue that sharks could be omnivores if, like, domesticated to be so. But no, these are sharks. They're, but there's also like other kind of livestock that this ranch does, and the whip shark training is like for livestock protection actually, which is neat. And when you approach, there is actually like a fenced-in kelp zone, and amongst it, because the kelp's a little tall, you see, so like, picture a sea manatee for me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm already in. I'm already invested.
but make it bigger.
Yes.
Okay.
And a little like brightly colored. Like
Yes.
the colors that Nautilins can come in with spots.
Fuck yeah!
Yes! My new best friend.
Are we allowed to pet them? Will I get in trouble?
Oh, they got to stay in there. They can't escape. They're it's
That's not answering.
I don't
That's
know.
not
It's not
answering
my-
my question.
Raestra's already
It's not
trying
my
to
ranch.
pet.
Dead comes up beside you. They're good eating. they make great burgers.
Raestra looks horrified.
They're not endangered in this universe.
Nyx looks curious.
A
If any
pet's not
spits
gonna
are the
hurt him.
best
I'm gonna join Raestra and try to pet one of these giant sea manatees.
Pet.
And picture a manatee face, but like make it wider, like how walruses are.
Oh my god.
And I think
Yes.
they do have whiskers.
Justin, you can't make manatees cuter than they already are. That's not fair.
Star Wars does this shit all the time.
I
will not
deposit-
apologize.
I deposit the unconscious shark so that I can pet the manatee. Can I roll an animal handling check?
Or can we just pet them?
Or are you just gonna let us pet them?
I feel like that, like with any
If
other
they're
domesticated
manatees-
animal.
They're manatees / cows. Of course, you can fucking pet them.
So it's domesticated manatees, so of course you can fucking pet them.
Yeah.
Like,
Pet.
Yeah. Okay, so these are sea. So to clarify, because Floridian. Okay, so these. Yeah, all right. So these are sea cows, literally, that
Yeah.
did evolve with predators, rather than manatees that didn't evolve with predators, and predators do
Yes.
not attack manatees at all. So
Yeah.
these ones actually do get attacked.
Well, evolutionarily, now we're down a so far domestication line that it's like cows. That it's like our
Okay.
cows.
Okay.
Yeah.
so if they were hunted to near extinction, we've domesticated to the point where they're not going to go extinct, but they need us at this point.
There was never that. If any of you in character say that, Det would look at you weird. The concept of something being endangered, extinct, it would be like weird to him.
It's a faux pas.
I don't get to interact with a lot of animals, so I'm taking advantage of the situation as I am explaining as I am petting this sea cow so aggressively with Raestra.
Yeah,
Raestra
okay.
will not make a single excuse. He's so cute.
Most of the animals that I know of that are near extinction are animals that are really scary and nobody would miss.
Likewise.
Extinction.
Raestra nods.
Cal just turns to Dead. Not every planet has great agriculture. Is agriculture the term?
Preservation
yeah, but, like-
of their ecosystem.
Yes.
Preservation. We do it.
You just
Yeah.
take care of animals.
The ocean spirit.
It's the
has
right
us.
way to be.
You would be surprised at how much of a skill that actually turns out being.
Raestra nods.
It's a little sad.
You're based in Red Spice.
That's he like runs a hand through his tendrils again. Yeah, I don't know what we do without the Rasni. That's
I love them.
it's weird. It's hard to think about.
Nyx doesn't know what to make of these animals. He likes them, but he's not clamoring to pet them. But if one gets close to him, he like very gently like touches its nose and like pushes it away.
It opens its mouth slowly. And then, do you guys know what walruses sound like?
Yes.
Yeah. So like you think it's gonna be like a meh, but like it fucking yeah, it's like loud, and how the water carries the sound is like makes it worse.
Ash does flinch because her montrals are sensitive, but she doesn't. She
yeah.
doesn't care. She's just pet, 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 pet.
And this has reinforced Nyx's fear of the ocean.
I don't think they have tusks. Nah, tusks would be too much.
They
No,
definitely
they're
have
soft.
flat teeth though.
For those curious or watching, it's RRASNI. Rasni.
I'm still mad that we're not allowed to pet manatees. That still upsets me so much.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're already unafraid of humans. Who's gonna know?
Who's gonna tell the cops? You?
It could be bad for them.
Are you gonna
might-
tell the Fish and Wildlife? Are you gonna rat on me to the fish cops?
Yes, because it could be bad for them, and they're in danger.
Oh, where
Well,
are
not-
you?
aren't they barely out of that?
All right,
There are no-
Floridian weighing in here. Hey, so the big problem with that is that they will approach you and rub up against you no matter what, so you're not gonna have a choice.
Exactly.
Damn
If
it.
he comes up, if I'm swimming and minding my own business, and he comes up and gives me and rubs against me like a cat, I'm going to pet him. What are you gonna do?
Very small aside that I want our audience to think about because we've been thinking about it. Why is there not a manatee Pokemon?
I don't know.
There should be
Dugong is
one.
the closest we're ever gonna get, guys.
I thought Dugong was technically. I
No.
guess
No.
no.
Seal.
They're
Dugong is supposed to be like a dugong, but it's not. It's a seal. I
Okay.
hate it. I love
Don't get me
dugong,
started.
but I hate the
I was
fact.
about to say, no, you don't.
No, I love dugong, but I hate the fact that it is not an actual dugong.
Yeah.
It makes me upset.
I didn't know dugong was an actual name of an actual creature. Anyway.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Dugong, I think.
A voice breaks through this scene. Dad,
Oh. Oh.
what the criv are you doing?
Oh, okay. People say that here too.
It's a basic swear.
Your swears are universal, Nyx.
Carabas.
That's more Lasat centric.
Lasat. That's a Lasat one.
And off to the side, at the edge of this fenced-in field, is another Nautilin. This one is lithe and slightly androgynous. It's hard to tell. And they are purple.
Purpley.
A very kind of faint purple with sort of leopard spots of darker purple all over their skin.
Why is everybody on this planet hot?
Are they?
It says in Winksy.
No, Nyx absolutely says that very quietly to himself because if Raestra hears that, he's not going to hear the end of it.
Well, they can't be. I'm here.
Shut up.
They've got a this is good world building that Justin gets to think up on the. It would not be a pitchfork. What it would be is, I think, a stick with a curved blade at the end for pushing aside and or cutting kelp out of your way.
Oh.
Okay.
Like a flat curved blade?
Yeah, it's God.
Like a scythe?
No.
Like a
what
hand
I'm
scythe.
No. What's
Like a sickle.
What's the Egyptian one? Fuck, what's it called?
Yeah, sickle.
Scimitar? Khopesh.
Khopesh.
Khopesh is what I'm thinking of.
Yep.
It's that
Okay.
kind of curved. Not sharp on the round end, on the inner
Got it.
round end, and sharp on the outside end for pushing aside kelp if you need, but also cutting through it.
Got it. I like that. That's a good world building detail.
And they're pseudo brandishing it, but like not really. As you have heard, they have decided to ask Det what's going on before, in lieu of any sort of sneak attack.
Yeah.
But they're maintaining their distance, and Deck kind of puts out his hands and goes, I was escorting these guys. Introductions later, I guess. And then the whip sharks, they just kind of came at us. It was weird.
They attacked everyone that wasn't a Nautilin. Understandable, we are foreign to your waters.
I was gonna say weird looking, but that works.
Their faces folded in a way that if they had eyebrows, they would be folded down. But Star Wars people without eyebrows still get eyebrow muscles, which is weird.
They got eyebrow bones.
Well, because you have... If you shaved your fucking eyebrows off, you still have brow muscles.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
They don't...
And especially... And Nautilin have rather pronounced brows and big eyes, so they kind of...
I think they also
big
blink,
fold.
which would necessitate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have creatures... most creatures have brow muscles. It's how they emote.
It's true.
We're not tourists. I don't know if that helps, but I just figured we'd get that out of the way.
Yeah, you better not be. There are no tourists down here.
Well, we're not exactly here for sightseeing.
They have a little bit of kelp on their belt that they put to their lips and blow, and it makes... This would work underwater. There would just be bubbles with it. It makes a noise that Cal, the one you've put a spell on, comes right to them. Raestra, yours looks up at you, rubs its full body length against your leg, and then after the first one goes over to them.
I give him another pet.
No. Makes a noise.
I have been, in fact, by the way, I have been petting the manatee with one hand and the whip shark with the other.
They're Rasni. Thank you very much.
Yes, the Rasnia. This is, by the way, one of the best days of the Raestra's entire life.
It's a good thing there wasn't a third animal, otherwise you'd be under the Persephone predicament.
She would, in fact, be crying. I don't have hands.
Well, what are you, then, if you can't be Taurus and messing with my whip sharks?
Investigators.
The head tilts and an eyebrow goes up. Of what, outsider?
The inside. That's where the problem happened.
What problems? If there's problems around here, I don't see how any of them are your business.
Do I just tell them?
I'd say that's the best option.
There have been disappearances, possible murders happening topside. People getting snatched from cruise ships.
Oh, on the boats?
Yes.
Good riddance.
Cal will remember this.
Shouldn't get on those monstrosities.
We're here to look into it and try to resolve it, so that nothing brings further undue misfortune here.
I still don't see what that has to do with us here.
Well, it's either we look into it and solve this problem for you, or the Empire comes along and forces the problem on you.
They wave a hand. As soon as it stops being profitable, they'll just stop. That's how they work.
No, it's not.
That's the real problem with Taurus.
We can all agree that the exploitation of your beautiful planet is terrible. But we also can't let the Empire dig their claws in further. I know firsthand.
We also don't like the idea of innocent people getting hurt.
They got one hand on each of the sharks, and they take in a deep breath and kind of sigh. Well, I guess we don't disagree 100%. But...
Trust me, none of us are friends of the Empire.
They kind of look you over again with new scrutiny.
Yeah.
And especially pause at Raestra. And they actually go, what are you supposed to be?
What kind of fucking question is that?
Your armor. It's Mandalorian, if I'm guessing right.
She nods, yeah.
Nobody donning stuff like that comes to places like this. So what are you?
It's a big question. We just met. Who opens a conversation like this?
I just
sat down.
I just got here.
They actually approach closer, finally, kind of shouldering the farm tool, and Det goes, this is Cad, guys. They're cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Are
I
you
figured.
sure?
I think so. Cad, this is Asha, Kalsheen, Esphere, Raestra, and Nyx. They actually approach just you, Raestra. They like approach you specifically, and like take in the armor like they were afraid it was fake from a distance. But they seem satisfied that you look, and the sharks are with them, and they're still petting them. He says, well, Slicky seems to like you, and I guess if you are what you look like you are, you know what being a warrior is all about.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know the guy nod? Of course you do.
I'm intimately familiar with it.
The guy nod, TM. Yeah.
She gives him one back? Or gives them one back?
All right. I guess if anyone's gonna not hurt the situation, and if Det trusts you, yeah, their vibes seem good.
Yeah, we just want to help.
Fine. They like give a dismissive wave.
The last thing we want to do is make things worse, and we'll do our best to respect everything going on here.
The only way things are gonna get better is when those hunks of metal are out of our ocean.
Hopefully we can help you with that as well.
I'm sure you're gonna get a flowery version of that from the king, but
The king?
yeah.
I mean, that's who we're going to go talk to.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm used to like senators and mayors and governors and
Dictators?
yeah,
Sheriffs.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, literally any other title.
Fascists?
Ooh, now see the problem is that kings and fascists often fit hand in hand.
Well, let's not bury our chances at having a good conversation before we've even had one.
Yeah, totally.
Kings, they're just kind of in charge vocally. There's no
Oh,
sort
so
of...
like a figurehead.
Constitutional monarchy?
What?
We're so politically savant.
Do you
We
vote
kinda-
for your king, or do do you vote for your king like on Naboo, or
No,
do you?
yeah, the nerds on Naboo do that, and that's dumb. Sorry, Justin started talking there.
The
Fuck
nerds
Naboo.
on Naboo do that.
Fuck Naboo, the fucking Portland of Star Wars. Everyone's like, oh, it's so pretty, so liberal, so in the arts. Yeah, and they treated their natives poorly too, didn't they? Nobody's willing to talk about
Damn.
that.
Damn, Justin.
I mean, Justin's not wrong.
You know who fucking came from Naboo? Sheev Palpatine.
Yeah, but also
I
Padme
rest my
Amidala.
case.
Also Padme Amidala, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true.
Also Jar Jar Binks.
That's true.
I'm a Jar
hold on,
Jar
yeah, wait a
defender.
minute.
You cannot make him worse in my
I am a
eyes.
Jar Jar defender as
Good.
well.
Love Jar Jar.
I am also a Jar Jar defender. It is kind of his fault though.
Jar Jar is one of the oppressed minorities that Sheev took advantage of. It was not
I
his
know.
fault.
I am also a Jar Jar defender, provided we are not watching episode 1.
That's fine. Wait a minute. Episode 1 is the best one out of the 3.
That wasn't the conversation we were having.
Oh, okay.
Just Jar Jar sucks in episode 1.
That's fair. That's fair.
I spec.
I spec.
We're not doing this.
But anyway, let's
No, the nerds on Naboo do that. We just when we need a leader, they step up. It's been from
It's
a
kinda what
family
the nerds
line
on
for a
Naboo
long
do.
time, but like we're just good at self-governing.
Gotcha. Okay. So
And when
it's
someone needs to get people together or voices need to be heard, the king listens.
okay.
that's good.
That's not bad. That's actually a pretty good way of running things. All right.
Thank you. Your approval means everything to me.
Nyx.
Whoa!
Nyx does not know whether to shoot him or ask him out on a date.
Them. They, them.
I'm sorry.
I pussy
Sorry,
out of
them.
full they, them. I've pussied out of full they, them, like, twice now, because I keep slipping up, and I will not do it this time.
Right in Edgeworth. Anyways,
I immediately thought of one of my favorite lines from fucking Class of '09 of like, I'll be keeping a close eye on you. What are you, my dom?
Jesus. Esphere leans over to Nyx and goes, "Go for it. Just whatever."
Get out of my head.
Nyx is like, I just picture that even though you guys are in a diving mask, you could see how red Nyx is. Just around the eyes.
I mean, I thought you
Don't
were
get
saving
out of my
yourself for Juris.
We can't.
Maybe not.
Can we not?
It's a better.
Can we not? Can we stop talking about my? And wait, let's just see the king.
What is a juris?
Don't. We'll unfill it.
It's a
We'll
long
talk.
story.
We'll explain
We'll
it
talk
later.
about it later.
Okay.
Well, when somebody's accused
All you
of a
need to know
crime,
is
they
that
gotta-
Nyx is a disaster.
Like most bisexuals.
Yeah.
Factually true.
The hurt ones, yeah, they'll be fine. We have facilities, and they inspect really closely and are like, these are all flesh wounds and surface level. I prefer them undamaged. They're like not glaring daggers, I guess glaring steak knives. Something a little less than daggers.
We made sure not to hurt him too bad.
Yeah, well, all right. Just get off my farm. They dismissively wave, and kind of drag them, drag the two hurt ones. Well, they actually point and issue a command in Nautilin, and the two good ones drag the two hurt ones, kind of push them. But Slicky, the one you tamed, Raestra looks back at you, and waves its little whip fin.
I wave back.
And Ked says a stern command, and they get back to it.
He's a good boy.
Ked's like a cool guy. Don't let them give you a hard time. They're just
concerned.
Det is looking back and thinking of what's the word I want, and the way Det would put it.
Hard boiled.
So
Maybe.
hard boiled.
They care about this zone a lot, and aren't afraid to show it.
I would too. I don't blame him.
And then you get to go into the city proper.
Huzzah.
The city of
Hooray!
Tintumdi.
Tim Tumdy.
Outside of the castle is like medieval style. There's a town all around it. At first, there are, you know how like banana leaf huts are, like, you know, they're like woven from big long banana tree leaves.
Yeah.
It's like that, but kelp and other sort of underwater that's been not dried out, but I guess not connected to its stem anymore. It can't be dried out. We're underwater.
Pruned.
Pruned, yeah. And with like bases, with like foundations and frames made of coral. And then there's some more made entirely of coral. Sort of. God, coral is a hard one. It's gonna lose its meaning the more I say it. It's gonna turn into like one syllable with my accent. Coral, you know.
Core.
Coral. You know, a jury box.
Coral.
I love Coral. She's my favorite Teen Titans member.
God.
And it's lively here. Again, it's hard to not make a simile to a medieval town. It seems people are out and about, scooting sort of what would pass as a wheelbarrow with no wheel. It doesn't need to touch the ground. It just has like fins on the side to help you turn it. It's hard to tell at first, but some of it's filled with what looks like plant matter. Some of it a big one's filled with a sort of clam, some sort of a load of clams. And as you get further in, there are streets kind of carved and steps. Like, picture, how Italian cities are, right? Especially Venice, kind of carved steps. So people can walk at the bottom. Some people don't. Some people are. It's like when you want to take your time. And there are all kinds of establishments. As you get a little further in, there seems to be seamstresses, and there's a word came to me and then it left me immediately. But stonemasons, or I guess coral masons, if you a jewelry shop, a jewelry shop. I will not hide my accent. And people coming and going in all of this, but most of all, there's a lot of food vendors. You see, just like you would expect, a bakery and with pastries, but like underwater pastries.
Ooh.
What? And all kinds of specialty ones. Someone's just making soup. Someone's
Soup?
just soup.
Underwater?
Yeah. Wouldn't that make it all soup? Well, there
Aren't
are
we all
liquids,
just soup?
There are liquids more dense than water, so
I'm so jealous. I wish I could breathe underwater so I could partake in some of this.
I want to eat some of this so bad.
I could eat some for you and tell you what it's like.
there is a short but still portly Nautilin looks femme woman right outside of a shop that has sort of the sign is in the shape of a fish that's like cooked and cut up. The sign's in Nautilin. None of you can read it, but Cal, and it says the steaming cutlet, and she's soliciting. She's kind of yelling out in Nautilin. Cal, you hear it first. Fresh batch of ricto. Fresh batch of ricto fish. Come and get it. And she sees you all come down the street, and her big shimmering eyes grow even larger, which is a feat for Nautilin. Oh, outsiders. She actually puts her hands to her cheeks. Oh, come in. She like waves and does speak in basic. You have to try. Free samples.
We can't.
Ricto
I can't.
fish will knock your boots off.
How?
Oh, do you follow her in?
Yes.
Sure. I'm
Yeah.
a little curious.
People, diplomats, and even some people were allowed in. And so we accommodate anyone. And you can see the ceiling of this establishment is dotted with domes to make diving bells, basically. There's air under those domes.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna
There's
lie.
only like 4 of them, though. Yeah, what?
I thought she was gonna we accommodate for people. She unhooks a part of their scuba gear or rebreathers and then just pours the soup in.
There's not soup.
Fuck yeah.
Fish.
Or rictofish or whatever. It's just,
Yeah, rictofish.
you're breathing the food now.
Oh God.
Fuck.
Come on, you all get an appetizer free. Cal, roll a lore check for me.
Are we allowed to eat this, or is this something that's only good for Nautilins?
She offered it to us. I'm gonna eat one.
A lore check, you said?
Yeah.
13.
That's like, oh no, rictofish is great. Bimork makes it, but you just got to be careful.
Organization 13.
With a 13, you think you've heard of rictofish. Thinking about it, not a gliansum delicacy. That sounds familiar, but that's about it.
Is it can it be wicked poisonous or something?
Yeah. But the Nautilins they've known how to do it for generations, centuries.
I'm already eating it.
Yeah, Cal will take a bite.
Yeah,
He's already...
Yeah, so when you're up in the dome, a tray that can float is put in the middle of you guys. That it's put into basically a taco. There's a soft. Somehow the kelp is whatever this green plant is made puffy and soft, and inside it is the kind of fillets of this fish meat, and you can see on the skin that there are holes. Who's just goblin? Who thinks it looks
Me.
good?
Me.
Was just gobbling.
Hashtag me.
I mean, I'll inspect it, but Ash will try it. She's not going to be rude.
Okay.
Nyx will absolutely try it.
Okay, Esphere is just gonna inspect it real quick, because just
Okay.
giving a gander over there.
Well, Esphere, make an investigation check, I guess. The rest of you...
Well, I was going to investigate it too.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I was
If
going to
you're-
look it
if you're
over. I was going to
pausing-
inspect it and then eat
the
it.
2 people who are pausing can investigate. The 3 people who did not,
I'm gonna.
I need Constitution saving throws.
I'm gonna.
I'm good at those.
I'm gonna.
I'm not.
You have
Temporary
advantage,
boost
Cal.
this.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Well, I'm glad for that. That temporary boost. 19.
I got a 16.
You said Constitution save, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was my investigation check.
7.
Sick.
Investigation
Raestra, what was
23.
yours?
I'm working on it.
Okay. We'll deal with the investigation check first.
Yeah.
You kind of like fold the taco in your hand. Give it a look. There are holes, and there are uniform holes. You think this thing had spines that had to be carefully removed.
Okay.
And it's red. You know how like tuna and salmon look? Salmon is a little orangey, like, but this is like pure red, like how
21.
peppers look. So that's a 21, Raestra?
Yeah.
All right. The investigators react how you want to, and then I will resolve the saving throws.
Okay.
I mean, Ash is still gonna eat it, so I'll make that Constitution save.
Yeah.
She's not gonna be rude. Oh, thank you, Kiki. 22.
22? Dang.
Esphere's just gonna use her investigation roll of 23 to figure out the best way to eat it without potentially endangering her intestines.
Oh, man. You think a, like, mild sauce, something ranchy, might be
Oh, is this
best to, like,
spicy?
ask for. Cal
Esphere, who
Sheen.
doesn't mind spice normally, is just has this bad feeling, and it's just like, I'm just gonna just put a mild sauce on it.
The ricto fish looks like a lionfish.
Yeah, there it is.
But it's big. It grows to the size of a large dog because they have no predators.
Oh.
Their spines hurt too much, and their meat is hot.
Yep.
Kalshin,
Yeah.
finally, something properly spicy.
Oh. I like to think Cal like audibly makes a noise.
Raestra and Ash, this is a like you need to suck some breath in.
But I did pretty. I mean, like,
Yeah. Cal, you just made the save. Nyx,
Yeah.
take 1 point of damage.
Oh.
It is hot.
Oh my.
I get it. I get. No wonder everything pales in comparison. I get it now.
Oh,
That's got a decent little kick to it.
it's so good.
Esphere, you were looking around to try and find a sauce, and your passive perception is good enough that Nyx's reaction, the lovely proprietor of this establishment, is down in the corner giggling.
It's like the lights of Coruscant are dancing on my tongue.
All right, yeah.
There's something on my tongue, all right.
Esther gets up and she goes, "Might I have a mild sauce for my friends?"
Oh, of course. Oh, that makes sense. You can hear the like giggle as she goes into the back room.
Tan, get the baby sauce.
Raestra's just eating
Paul,
it.
get the ranch.
The white folks need the ranch. Must be Yankees. Must be from Minnesota or something.
This is a specific shot, and I don't appreciate you.
Notice how she does not disagree.
Shut the fuck up.
But yeah, it's good. But if you fail to save, you actually take damage. Nyx, you don't think you'll be able to taste much for the next day.
This is good.
This is like Hot Ones, the end of Hot Ones, kind of.
This is the bomb.
Yeah.
Cal's gonna how many credits for more?
We did just get paid.
Oh, if you want another plate, that's just as a thing. That's 10 credits.
He hands her 20.
Oh. She pockets the other 10. Right away, sir. And she brings back a whole other tray. This is and does Cal eat it all?
No, Raestra will also eat a good portion of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he'll share.
I'm so glad somebody failed. If nobody had failed, that'd be boring.
I'm so glad I succeeded in the way that I did.
Yeah, it's why I gave you advantage. You're a spicy guy.
I can't help but have us. All right, Justin, we discussed this a little bit. Esphere kind of looks at the proprietor and she goes, "Do you have any swamp eel by chance?"
Her head tilts up a little. No. I don't think that's from around here, but we do have eel-based dishes.
Could I have some of that, please?
Oh, yes. Oh, of course. You poor thing.
Cal will turn to Raestra. Do you know what would go really good with this? Hondo spice.
What about the spices that I brought from home? Do you think that would mesh really well?
Ooh, that too.
Oh, you're gonna put.
I can't feel my tongue.
More.
I think if you put more on it, then you lose the flavor that this has. Then it just becomes pain.
Not the kind of not the heat and the flavor that the stuff that I have from back home. I think it would.
The lovely lady is bringing the tray of Esphere's eel, and it's love. It's prepared in a plate to make it look like it's kind of still alive. It's swirled on a tray but cut into bite-sized pieces and garnished with some more sort of a green plant. And as you're talking, she says, "Oh yes, the ricto fish needs no seasoning. Its flavor has been baked into it from the ocean for centuries to protect it.
And it's very delicious. Do not get me wrong. I just happen to be I suppose you could call me a food theorist.
Do you have inspiration?"
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory.
Hello, Internet.
Will my mouth catch on fire if I put spicy sauce on the already spicy fish taco? Let's see.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Food Theory, where we just got a little bit tired of tasting things.
I want to feel pain.
Being alive? Overrated.
I'm retiring. So YOLO. Did he ever voice any of the food theories? I think the food theory was always somebody else.
No, he
think
was.
that- yeah, I
he
think-
was the voice of all of it until he
okay.
retired, and now he's the theater director for the Your Lie in April adaptation.
He's the producer.
I'm retiring. I live with Scott Cawthon now.
Anyway,
You guys have a great meal. Det also eats some, and he loves it so much. He's like, this is
so
what I
good.
come back for.
it's the kind of heat that it's like it doesn't overpower the flavor, and then Nyx over here is just like dying.
It hurts.
I'm dead. I've lost all feeling in my mouth.
I'll
Esphere
beg
has
to
just,
differ.
I can't
Then
stop
beg.
drooling.
Esphere has just changed her order because that she's just so happy someone actually serves eel that isn't someone rich.
They just.
She's gonna. I was
yeah.
about to say Raestra's gonna look at him and she's gonna sigh, and she's gonna hand him a napkin and go, "Don't touch your face."
Oh yeah, you're looking a little snotty.
I'm definitely
shut up.
coming back for this.
Much appreciated.
Make sure you don't touch your eyes. I've been there.
We're in the ocean. Wouldn't it just like...
Well, I mean, we're in an air pocket right now.
Oh,
And it is
that's
salt
right.
water.
Yeah, that's not gonna be fun. Next, when you put your diving gear back on, you can, the mouthpiece just kind of still just tastes a little like like that damn fish.
I can't escape it.
Actually, it wouldn't be a mouthpiece. It's like a mask thing. That's what it was in Clone Wars. So
Yeah.
but that means the spicy smell on your breath is like permeating through.
Well,
So
I
worse.
have the mask. I would imagine that Raestra and Nyx have the proper bubble helmets, like what Padme and Anakin had. So, because I have a weird headpiece. Montrals are funky.
Montrals are funky.
Is there anything else you want to eat?
No, I'm good. I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with this bit to move on, and we can move on.
The proprietress brings one more tray with... It's sort of... You know that, like, thin, brightly colored, kind of veiny coral? I know there's a proper word for it, but it's left me. But you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like
brain
thin
coral?
kind of... No, brain coral looks like a brain. I'm talking... These are, like, fans. They're fan-shaped.
Oh,
As in
okay.
the, like, the ones you wave. And I think they are called fan coral, now that I've said it. She brings a tray of those, like, sliced up, and it looks like they've been preserved in something syrupy, and when you smell it, sweet. And she goes, dessert on the house for an entertaining time.
Ash will just dig in and bite one.
Yeah, Nick's will at the same time trying to get the taste out of his mouth.
It's so tasty.
Okay, good.
Kalingus will try a bite.
Kalingus?
Not Kalingus. Kalshim. Fuck.
Damn!
There it is.
How do you play any other game but this
Hey
one?
guys, I'm here to...
God, you said Cal during the last game. During last Elemental Wars, too. Why do you keep saying the wrong name during?
God damn it.
Kalshim will take a bite. He will take a big healthy munch.
It's still got a crunch to it, which is fun. It's like... you know... The, like, peanut brittle, the, like, texture of that.
Uh-huh.
It's like that.
But what about the sweetness? What kind of sweet is it here?
It's like there's actually a floral kind of front taste, and then a, like, sweet syrupy aftertaste.
Mmm. Delicious. Thank you, ma'am.
Y'all just come back now. We don't get visitors often, so it's fun to show them our famous dishes.
It's an honor to be able to indulge in your cuisine of your culture.
Also, I almost forgot. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Esphere, the eel was immaculate.
Yeah.
It's bigger than you're used to. And so because of that, it's got a little bit more of a sharp taste. Because this used to be an electric type of eel. But it's got the same texture that you're used to.
Lightning-y.
Esphere is so happy.
Yeah.
She's just so happy.
Justin is having a hard time because the one time he tried eel, the texture made him want to die.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Eel is so good.
I've heard good things, but like I'm a texture guy, and like I was told maybe I had bad eel. I'll give it another try someday. Scout's honor, but
Please do, because like if it was anything but flaky and delicious, then you had bad eel.
Yeah.
Okay. And that will end that scene. Because you guys had to have dessert. It was great. And Det was not in a hurry to hurry you guys along because he joined in on the meal the whole time. and licks his fingers before putting his gloves back on. That was great, guys.
Good stuff.
Oh
good
man,
stuff.
we gotta go see the king. He like puts his hands on his head.
I hope
We
we're
were just
not
having a
late.
good time. There was no timetable. We're good, but oh man, he like swims out quickly, and you guys follow him to the palace.
We don't understand the concept of time. We don't see the sun.
I'm used to not seeing the sun, but my sense of time is good.
A good point. All the non-Nautilans have to like use the lights built into their helmets because there's really no, other than the light bioluminescence of some of these coral, there's no light down here. Nautilan's big eyes are made to see in the dark, so they don't need.
Oh, that's true.
Ash is right at home, except it's wet instead of dry.
But the bioluminescence becomes like a little more prevalent as you near the castle because it seems to be made of that kind of coral, and it's glowing in all kinds of color. And like I described last time, it's got sort of European looking spires, but with sort of Middle Eastern and Russian kind of like tops to them. It's got the rounded tops.
Yeah.
All made
Welcome
of coral.
To Rapture.
No.
Sorry, continue.
There's no fucking libertarians here. I won't allow it. Ayn Rand can kiss my ass. It's a monarchy. A lovely little monarchy. But not like the nerds on Naboo. A striking point is seems a purposeful lack of symmetry. The spires are all different lengths and not like evenly placed around. There will be no check, just the time it takes, especially the higher passive investigation of you. This seems to have been cut from an already existing mountain of coral carefully, and as to not disturb the shape it was already in. Hence the lack of symmetry. And it's got a big, grand front door that just kind of, the guards don't even talk to you or Det. They just open it. They have spears. Probably bifocal spears. That's the word I'm looking for, right? Yeah. Not tridents. We're not in Atlantis. But just some really good for underwater combat looking, kind of sleek spears. And this grand hall seems to purposefully have more bioluminescence in specifically the pillars. And they kind of like trails up the pillars in swirls. Different colored lights that sort of give everything a dull, very pretty glow. This grand hall has a different color in the middle, simulating a rug, a carpet, but there's no carpet. Not underwater. There are banners, though. You take in all along the walls, banners with, oh, I almost said calligraphy, and that's not the right word, stitched in art of, it looks like previous monarchs. All of them flatteringly posed and rendered. All of the Nautilans, different colors, different genders, all down the spectrum you see. And you imagine the higher end of you imagine starts in the past, and as you go, you get more present until you're face to face with the current king. This Nautilan is portly, but still in a like strong kind of way. You think he'd clean up in armor. Very dark green skin. Not very tall, but still like stout. Stout in all the ways. And his tendrils, especially given that he's not that tall, extend very, very long. Past his body length, if you look at it closely. But they're kind of braided in front of him by a big ring that like meets right at his sternum and makes the tendrils flow down his legs as he sits upon a throne. He has no other accoutrement. There's no like kingly scepter, or he's just in nice looking robes sitting upon a throne, and he speaks. Oh, welcome. Det has told me about you.
Oh?
Dex?
Det.
No, Det.
Det. I was about to say.
Does everyone know Dex? Fuck.
Why does everybody know the funny barman?
He's a bartender. Of course he knows. Of course he knows
everybody knows
everyone.
him.
I gestured for like Cal to be our guy.
I step up.
I look at Det to see if we should be, like, bowing.
None of that posture is on. It seems to be what Det is doing. He has his normal posture, but he's looking up at the king.
I step up because I want to be the guy.
I am King Raul Redantu, but you may call me King Raul.
King Raul?
King Raul. Don't wear it out.
I like him. Good energy.
King Raul, I am Kalshin Phimiir. These are my friends Raestra, Ashaa-kai, Esphere, and Nyx. We're investigating an issue that is currently happening above sea level.
Ah. Yes, Dad told me. The big ships. Something seems to be amiss. Though, unsurprising to me.
Yes, to my knowledge, you and your people don't appear to be fans of them.
Oh, fans. What a kind way to put it. He kind of gets a far-off look in his eye. And in that moment, some people come out from behind his chair. There is... I'll start with the one you recognize. Ked is here. On the king's left, kind of. It's on a raised dais, and they appear, like, behind the throne and to the left. This does not seem to surprise the king, as he's focused on you. On the king's right, a feminine-looking Nautilin comes. She has dark green skin that matches the king, and her build also matches the king. She's not very tall, but her skin's not quite as dark as the king's. She's athletically built, like a swimmer, like a professional swimmer.
I see.
And she's not in something as grandiose as the king, but her outfit seems a little more utilitarian, but still with, like, bright colors that complement her skin tone. And her tendrils, also long, every single one has, like, a little ribbon around it, all of different colors near the base. Something that definitely took a good bit of time. And the king continues, "This is something we just feared would happen."
You feared this would happen?
Do you know the legend of the Anselmi? When he says this, the young woman rolls her eyes. It does not take a high perception to notice this, but the king doesn't.
Why would he ever suspect his subjects?
Of course not.
And she speaks out of turn.
Oh.
Father, we're here to talk about the cruise ships, not ancient legends. It's an important lesson, daughter, that is passed down from the generations. And it is apt. He points a finger. He's not mad, but he's just speaking authoritatively.
Yeah.
If I may, even ancient legends, there's always bound to be a bit of truth to them.
There's always truth in legends. Except all the sexist shit that Troy Dennings wrote. Fuck Troy Dennings.
Gotta
all my
love 'em.
Hades. Point. And all my Hades.
I don't.
Words. Fuck.
Do you answer if you know the legend of the Anselmi?
Were we told? I think we were told.
We were told a while ago. I just don't remember all of it.
I think Boutrod gave you cliff notes.
Yeah.
The Anselmi were the people that lived upon the surface. The ocean is and always has been our realm. We take care of it. The ocean spirit takes care of us. Provides balance. And the Anselmi were part of that balance. We were prosperous. We would share. The Anselmi grew jealous. They cut off contact with us. And began preparations to extend their stretch of land out over the ocean, over the boundaries that have already been drawn by the land and the sea. The queen at the time sent envoy after envoy, there we go, is the word, to warn them that this would anger the ocean spirit. They were only met with dismissal and even rudeness. But we, and he puts like a hand to his chest, we do not fight unless struck upon. The Nautilin are peaceful people, and we are proud of it. Besides, The queen had faith that the ocean spirit would set things right, and that she did. One night a storm so great buffeted the islands that they were trying to expand. Somehow, they were laying land down and pushing out the ocean. But the ocean spirit leveled it all. And now, the Anselmi are no more. Balance restored. His hands are out.
I see.
This is something the people in charge of those boats should know. It's why I've asked you here. You should tell them. Everyone we try to send gets a representative that does not listen and then certainly does not tell their superiors.
How long have you been trying to tell them for?
Since they started. But again, we're peaceful people. We'll speak with them until they listen. Or until the ocean spirit makes them. Balance will be restored either way. Now you're aware, the princess does that little fists down thing and huffs. But harm is being done now, father. And he puts a hand out, not dismissively, but just in a no kind of gesture. This is how we've always done it.
A slow your roll.
Yes. The ocean spirit will restore balance.
If I may, Your Highness, I don't mean to undermine you at all, but I do have to agree with your daughter. She has a point. Something terrible is being done, and if it catches the attention of the Empire, you may not find your kingdom yours anymore. That's why we're here.
To push against the ocean, it will push back. And that is how we operate as well. If there's an attempt at the safety of my kingdom, that will be met.
I don't know. They're not like an army. It's more.
The ocean is more.
Scarier.
The ocean can be scary too. The Anselmi knew that all too well. My queen before me had faith in the ocean spirit, and I do as well. The princess rolls her eyes again.
I can't disagree with that. The ocean is large. And also powerful.
Nyx is very suddenly, once again, reminded of the environment that he is in. Shifts uncomfortably a little bit.
And there is also no reason for it to be suffering under the harm that it's potentially facing at the moment. It can, and it should be protected. And while I'm not necessarily doubting your methods of protection, we're simply concerned about this particular matter.
We want to do our part to protect this place. You don't want to know what it's like when the Empire manages to find its boot on your neck.
When the Empire strikes back.
God, I hate you and this and Anton here. God damn it.
No, Justin, I don't have inspiration.
No, that was a good one.
What left
actually.
do you have to take?
I won't take it. That was a good one. You all came as a group. You operate as one. More than the sum of your parts. Let me hear what the rest thinks.
Absolutely.
I will hear your counsel.
Are we having this discussion in basic?
Yes. He's speaking basic.
Gotcha.
Out of
Courtesy.
respect for you all. Yeah, courtesy. Courtesy's a better one, yeah.
Yeah.
Cal will turn to the others.
And I'll make clear, because this is a bit of flavor I forgot, every outburst the princess has had has been in Nautilin, and only you understand, Cal.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I know a bitch when I hear one. I don't say that out loud.
You should have made that clear earlier, then Ash wouldn't have made that comment about legends.
You call my daughter a bitch? He
No.
he punches you in the gut.
But
You go
I said
flying.
she's the bitch.
Different vibe for a scene.
Yeah. In another life, maybe.
Oh, you look like a snoodly yourself.
Criff off.
Asha already spoke. His big eyes land on Esphere.
Oh.
Okay. Esphere looks at Mr. Kingman and just gives a small shrug of her shoulders and says,
What they're saying about the Empire, from what I have gathered, is true. However, I think you should take what Kalshin here says to heart, and you should allow us to help in some way. Both the surface and down here could use a bunch of well-intentioned individuals to help. And she kind of makes a mention of, she goes, that and it's better than sending your own people out there, isn't it?
Nyx will remember that.
It's cold, but it's effective.
Yeah, she's not wrong.
We're expendable.
We are.
No, we're not.
Not to Plo Koon, we're not.
It depends on who you ask.
You're in my chambers, Mrs. Esphere. You are my people now. For these moments. I've allowed you in.
Nyx is gonna go last.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm looking at the call order, and his eyes land on Ray. I'm told you're a noble warrior. What are your thoughts?
I am certainly one of those things. In the grand scheme of things, I'm a firm believer that tradition is important. And under normal circumstances, to be completely honest, I'd let the thing just fucking eat them. But they're right. The Empire is going to come here, and what they can't have, they'll destroy. You'll put up a good fight, and I believe that, but you can't last. The best thing you can do for now is to let us help to figure out what's going on and find something to restore some equilibrium for the time being. Because I also know incredibly well, she's gonna gesture to her armor, what comes of a people divided.
He nods solemnly. I sense you speak of all of this from experience. I will take this into consideration.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And then he looks at you, Nyx.
Nyx is having a hard time with the idea of being someone's counsel. The situation itself, let's face it, it's caught the attention of the Empire. We wouldn't be here if it didn't catch the attention of the Empire. And it's as Raestra said, if they can't have something, they'll take it. And if they can't take it, they'll destroy it. You've created a tentative peace with them. I believe that it's in your benefit to maintain that peace for as long as you can until you are capable of ultimately going against them, if that's what you want. The Empire doesn't hold back. You are one planet in a galaxy of hundreds, if not thousands. You have your resources, and they have their unlimited resources.
His lips purse, and he smacks them open to speak. What I want is peace, prosperity, and security for my people.
For my new empire.
For my new empire. Security was a too strong of a word. I'll just leave it at peace and prosperity. Peace and prosperity for my people. And I find the only thing truly limitless is the depths of the ocean. Things have gone against it before.
As poetic as that is, it's your ocean against the entirety of the galaxy. You think your ocean is limitless. Space is infinite.
We're well aware of what's out there. Have been for centuries.
If I may.
Of course.
Let's argue for a minute that you do win. You successfully crush the Empire, stomp them out. You have your victory. How many men do you think it costs? The ocean is infinite, but your people certainly aren't.
When he says, how many men do you think it'll cost, Nyx is going to make direct eye contact with the king.
Your point is well made. But we're not speaking of all-out war, are we?
We're not. Not yet.
These boats encroach on our oceans. And at the end of the day, The oceans have always been ours, and the land has never belonged to us. The princess leans on the throne and says, we should kick all of them out. And this is still in Nautilin. They've been nothing but trouble, nothing but disrespect. He puts his hand up again. The land has never been ours. Only the ocean. The ocean spirit buoys anything out that pushes too far. And I believe that is what's happening now.
Do you genuinely believe that the Empire is going to just take that?
Of course not.
That, the spirit of the ocean now suddenly doesn't like us. Well, guess we should pack our stuff and leave. Right, guys? Because that's how the Empire has always worked.
Hang on, let him talk.
Cal will raise a hand to Nyx. Also not aggressively, just turns to Raestra. I have a bad feeling this is sounding like Naboo all over again.
Naboo, it's sounding like fucking Mandalore.
I'm aware of how they will react. They haven't been properly warned. I still beseech you with the mission of warning them that this will continue if one continues to push against the ocean.
You do understand that sounds like a threat.
I do believe that there is a diplomatic way of solving this.
The princess folds her arms and says in basic, good. To what Nick said.
Raestra shrugs and goes, based, honestly. I can't even disagree.
No one's here disagreeing that the Empire sucks.
Or that what's happening is exploitation.
Exactly. We don't disagree that you guys aren't getting fucked over in all of this. But at the same time, just like in any other game of Sabacc, you have to know when to fold. You have to know when you are outplayed. Listen, no one wants to yield to the Empire, especially to people that are from the outside looking in. You don't own the land, you're right. But as far as the Empire is concerned, they own all of you. Your ocean, your land, your planet, all of it. And they will throw you away like trash the moment you become less useful. The moment you are too costly to them, they will get rid of you. Or you'll be lucky if they just occupy. We came from a planet that was forcefully taken by the Empire just because something got slightly inconvenient for them. Or they saw an opportunity that they wanted to seize. 1 minute, the planet's fine. No one's doing anything wrong. And the next, the Empire comes in, takes it all, and you get no say. You know what you get? A code number. Written down on a piece of paper.
I sense you speak from experience.
I'm a clone.
I know.
My first name is a number.
The Nautilin people have never been made slaves in history. I don't intend to break that streak.
History is still being written, unfortunately.
And it will always be written by the winners.
Your advice is sound. Your passion admirable. I still beseech you with a quest of communication. But while you are my people in here, you are free agents to do what you want out there. I can't stop you from anything you're suggesting.
We appreciate that we have your blessing, and your message will be made clear. We just ask that you are careful.
Of course.
And prepared for the worst outcome.
We'll do our best to make sure it doesn't lead to that in whatever power we possess, but never hurts to be cautious.
Oh, we'll be ready for a fight. Her arms are still crossed, so she says this in basic.
How old are you? And he points to the kid.
Old enough.
No, I want to know an age. How old are you?
She just looks at you. My daughter is just old enough to think she knows all that she needs to. And just young enough for that to be a problem.
Everybody's got a plan until they get shot in the face.
I just don't want this to end up like me, where I can't go home again.
What we are always ready for is to defend ourselves.
As you should be.
And your confidence is admirable. I'm not saying this stuff to challenge anyone. I've just seen this song and dance one too many times. And I pray that your daughter never has to see violence. no matter how badly she wants it.
In that, we are in agreement, wholeheartedly. He side looks at the princess. Illy, let the gods know of these warnings from our esteemed guests. And you all, you may let these cruise ship companies know, again, that if they continue to push against the ocean, this unfortunately will continue to happen.
We'll try.
We'll make sure the message is loud and clear. I promise.
I'm not sure if this will be the last time we see each other. If it were that easy, this would be over by now.
They'll get theirs, the princess says, and she was leaning against the throne, does that little push off with her back, and uncrosses her arm and marches away. Ked, who has simply been just taking you all in this whole time, follows her.
They're gonna start trouble.
Yeah, well, should have figured that one out.
The problem is she's connected to royalty. It's the excuse they need.
I think she'll be a great leader one day.
She will, for sure, if there's anything left for her to lead.
That's the exact mindset that gets soldiers killed. And he's gonna walk.
I'll catch up with you guys, if that's all right.
Yeah, go for
Okay,
it.
we'll wait for you outside.
Esphere doesn't leave initially and looks at Cal. Do you want to be alone?
For the moment.
All right. Keep an eye out.
Thank you.
And she, pats on shoulder, walks away.
You seek private counsel?
For the moment. And the comfort to speak in our own tongues. I feel as though this might be an important piece, and they wouldn't be able to understand this.
Of course, Master Jedi. Your order was famed for keeping the peace. And we here on Gliansum, at least, believed in that.
That is what we try to do. I want you to know that what we seek isn't a war between those who are on the land and here. That wouldn't do good for either side. And while I understand the need to defend your home, we just want to make sure that it doesn't come to that. I speak as somebody who was a victim of the Empire. I also thought my people were infinite.
He takes a deep breath. Your warning is well worded and well taken. Steps will be taken. Of that I can assure you.
I hope when it comes down to it, when there is finally a true and proper fight against the Empire, your support would be greatly appreciated.
He smacks his lips again, and he says, "Do not mistake me and my faith as only blindly in that of the ocean spirit. I do have strong faith in the ocean spirit, as every monarch before me. But I also have faith," and he waves his hand out towards you, "in my people. That faith is reciprocated. It makes us strong, resilient, and we are always willing to help and receive help. Yours is appreciated, Master Jedi, and I have faith in your mission."
As I have faith in your leadership. Thank you for your time.
Of course.
And he will walk out. He will join the party.
As you're your turn and a few swimming strides, he says, "Oh, I sense the deep truth in your warning to me, but I will meet your warning with acceptance, as well as a caveat, because as I have faith in my people, I think you should in yours.
I am starting to learn that.
Nothing is infinite except the ocean, but..."
Well, space.
"But your people do not end with you. As long as you cling to that, faith in your people will also be infinite."
I will consider those words deeply.
Not too deep, I hope. If you do nothing but meditate on words, you'll get nothing done.
Well, words from the ocean. How could they be considered anything but?
No, exactly. Well met, Master Jedi. Go in peace. He says, like, basically, you know, shalom's the Jewish word, the Hebrew word, but Nautiloans have their own.
Shalom.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
Oh,
That's
wait,
the Mandalorian one.
I just got that one. Get out of here.
No, the Jedi are... No. The Jedi are Jewish coded. We've already been over this.
Yeah, the Jedi are the Jews. But nobody's ready for that conversation.
He'll swim out and rejoin the party.
I don't think Johnny will listen to us, but I intend to keep our promise. Your home's our home.
We are supposed to deliver that message. Though I didn't walk out completely empty-handed.
True.
We will have their support if we ever need to fight the Empire.
That's good.
I could be jinxing it, but, well, no one's shot at us while we've been here, outside of being attacked by upset sharks.
Fish.
Achoo! Sorry! Misfire!
The ISD in orbit shoots right down. A turbo laser.
Exterminatus.
God.
Oh, good, we got shoot to whoop
fire
to death.
turbo lasers at the ocean on purpose to make tidal waves to flush out a guy hiding on an island. That happened. In canon.
Of course it did.
So we go back up now?
Yeah, well, like, probably to the island, I guess.
Yeah.
That was really hardcore, by the way. I've never done anything like that.
Yeah, well, you're hanging out with the right crowd.
Oh, I guess.
Your ruler's pretty chill. He seems to have a good head on his shoulders.
The princess doesn't really like us all that much, does she?
She's like, what, 14 to 16? That's about right.
Oh, she looked like 17 to 19. Not that.
Well, she's hot-headed. That kind of hot-headed stuff gets you in trouble.
You would know.
Exactly, I would know.
I can't wait for her to inevitably follow us.
Well, I find that hard-headed people are typically the ones you can rely on to get a job done. Looking at both Ray and Nyx.
She gives you a thumbs up.
He flips you off.
Huh. That feels a little reversed, but okay.
I think that's a great place to stop.
Cancel each other out. Very neutral reaction.
Circle fade. circle wipe.
Star Wars.
Star Wars The First Resistance is a live play Dungeons & Dragons podcast using the Star Wars 5e system, which can be accessed for free at sw5e.com. Our podcast features the player talents of BubblingBrooke as Ashaa-kai, Practically Silver as Phimiir, Lepard VO as Nyx, HitenNoRuroni as Raestra Akkan, RedAngel as Esphere, and this Justin as the Game Master. Big thank you to Arcane Anthems for creating our theme song, and Hiten for the key art. All relevant links are in the description. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, we'd love if you left a positive review and shared. It might help others find and enjoy the podcast as well. We can't thank you enough for listening to us goof around and tell stories. We hope that you will join us for the next episode. Until then, may the Force be with you.